Hello everybody and welcome to part 7 of What If Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, was in the My Hero Academia universe. The third and final part of the sports festival. If you haven't seen the previous parts yet, please do so. There will be a link in the annotation above and the description below. In the previous episode we ended the cavalry battle with everything ending pretty much like in the anime, like the same people pass except Aoyama, that is replaced by Peter, but Peter passes. With pretty much the same people getting passed, so yeah. Before the first round of the tournament, both Ojo and Peter go to Midoriya and warn him about Shinso's quirk. You can't answer any questions he asks, don't even react to them, says Peter. And Ojo adds, he had all of his team brainwashed in the cavalry battle. Now in the fight with Midoriya and Shinso, everything goes pretty much the same except for the part where Shinso insults Ojo. He also insults Peter, calling him a bug to squash, and Midoriya reacts, getting brainwashed. Peter says, "Come on man, we warned you." The rest goes pretty much the same. Midoriya snaps out of it with One for All and beats Shinso. Todoroki beats Zero in the next round. Kaminari loses to Ibarra Shizuki, the plant girl. Hatsume toys with Ida, but Ida ultimately wins. Now it's Peter's turn, against Mina. Before the fight starts, Mina says that it's going to be easy, like it's going to be a piece of cake like she does in the anime. And Mina screams for from the stands to make it like one of those battles where clothes get ripped off, like he does in the anime. The fight starts and Peter tries to web her up from a distance, knowing that he has less of a chance up close because of the acid. Mina starts skating around, getting close to Peter, but every time when she gets close, Peter jumps away and evading. After a bit of trying, he finally managed to web her feet, but Mina melts the webs with her acid. Peter then thinks to himself that he needs more resistant webbing and a new plan. He adjusts his strategy and waits for her to get up close. Mina shoots acid, actually melting one of Peter's new web shooters. But it doesn't stop Peter. He jumps, webbing her clothes from the back, like the back of her clothes, and throws her out of bounds. But before she gets out, she threw acid and broke Peter's second upgraded web shooter. Peter wins the battle. The rest again goes pretty much the same. Tokoyami beats Yaoyorozu, Bakugo beats Uraraka, and after a draw, Kirishima beats Tetsutetsu. The epic Midoriya vs Todoroki fight goes the same, and Todoroki wins. Ida beats the plant girl. Now, Tokoyami vs Peter. Now, before the fight actually starts, Peter strategizes a bit. He knows that Tokoyami is a mid-range fighter, using Dark Shadow, so he has to evade that, and that he will probably try to throw Peter out of bounds. He also knows that Dark Shadow is the problem here, like Tokoyami can be easily beat. Peter also has to take into account that he has to use the old web shooters since the new ones are broken and he didn't make spares. The fight starts and Tokoyami directly attacks Peter using Dark Shadow. Peter evades as he can and starts throwing webs seemingly at random. He keeps this up a couple of minutes and suddenly you can hear Midnight say, "The fight is over, the winner is Peter Parker." Everybody wonders why? And suddenly you can see behind Dark Shadow, Tokoyami is totally webbed up and immobilized. As you know, one of the parameters, if the enemy is immobilized, you lose. Peter then explains, "It was easy. I knew Tokoyami would send Dark Shadow after me, so the first web shot I shot was with precision, and I accidentally shot a spider tracer there so I could locate him, using my mask. Then I webbed his mouth so Tokoyami couldn't call Dark Shadow back since they're not really psychically connected. And let him attack me while I webbed him up, like missing on purpose. I missed Dark Shadow on purpose to hit Tokoyami. So I ended up webbing him up completely. So I win! Then Bakugo beats Kirishima. Next, Todoroki easily beats Ida. And Bakugo and Peter fight next. In the battle, Peter goes after Bakugo. Bakugo evades and breaks Peter's first web shooter with his explosion. Peter tries to evade Bakugo's next attack and manages, but his second web shooter is also broken. Like, Bakugo is a very good combatant, keeping his cool very well, so this is actually a very close fight. Peter is also very strong, but still, Bakugo has him beat. Bakugo, knowing that he has the upper hand, and if he needs to strike now before Peter actually managed to think of something to pass. Does a full strength full strength attack, like a full explosion, his strongest attack, at Peter, which Peter doesn't manage to evade because of the size of the blast. The blast throws Peter out of bounds and knocks him out. Bakugo wins the fight. After Peter's fight, but before Todoroki fights again against Bakugo, Peter finds Todoroki in the hallway. Peter congratulates him on his fight with Midoriya and getting to the finals. Todoroki says thanks. Peter is about to leave when Todoroki asks, "Did I do the right thing?" Peter asks, "What do you mean?" Todoroki says, "Ever since I was little, I suppressed my father's power because of what he did to my mother. But in the fight against Midoriya, I used it. I forgot all about him and was just me." Peter says, "Look, my quirk only manifested when I was like 12, when a special spider bit me. Look, if you want to defy your father, fine, but everything that is a part of you stopped being both your father's and your mother's when you were born. You are your own person, Todoroki. Your ancestors don't define you. You need to figure some stuff out, okay? But maybe talk to your mother and other family members. But as Midoriya said, it's your power, not his. It's part of you. I suggest you fight full strength for the next battle, no matter what." Todoroki says, "Thanks, Peter. I really needed this." Peter says, "No problem, buddy. Do your best out there." Now the next battle is Bakugo vs Todoroki. The battle starts and Todoroki throws a huge iceberg, like ice wall, at Bakugo, which he breaks. Like in the anime, like he actually ends up escaping. When Bakugo escapes, he attacks Todoroki, but Todoroki uses his fire side in the fight, and knowing how powerful Bakugo is, he goes after the Flash Freeze Heat Wave against Bakugo, the attack he uses against Midoriya. Bakugo uses his full explosion, but Todoroki's attack was too powerful and they both get knocked through the air. Todoroki catches himself using the ice, creating a small wall before he gets thrown out of bounds. The tournament ends with Todoroki the victor, Bakugo second, and Peter and Ida getting third. All Might gives them the medals and the same speech he gave them in the anime. Congratulates them. Ida isn't there because of what happened with his brother. The key difference here is that Bakugo isn't going crazy for a false victory, but is taking defeat with dignity like he actually would. Like he didn't want a false victory, but he lost. He lost fair and square. He knows this. He's not going to go crazy about this. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, leave a comment suggesting future content, and thank you all for all your support. Until next time, have a good day, everyone.
もっと遠く